Hi guys, thank you for watching. Welcome to today's video and to my channel if you're new here. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. And we're going to be playing today with the Ace Beauty Oceanic palette. I've had the palette for quite some time. I think it came out at Christmas and I've never played with it. So today's the day. I'm going to create a look with it and I'm quite excited to do it. I'm going to be playing with the greens in the palette, particularly this algae shade. I just think that's absolutely stunning. Looks really neon, so I'm hoping it's going to be neon on the eyes. But just excited to play with that and some of the more grungier tones in the palette. Probably steering away from the blues. Blues aren't my favourites, but I love green eyeshadow. So definitely going to be playing with that today. I'm creating the first makeup look I've done in a week. I've just not been wearing makeup. So I'm quite excited to do it today. So I'm going to scooch you in and we'll get started. Okay, as I say, we're going to go in with the algae shade first. I'm going to apply that on the inner part of my crease. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put on the outer part of my crease. So maybe that shade. And probably one of the more goldy greeny shades on the lid. But it'll evolve as it goes along, as it generally does with my looks. Oh, I like that shade already. That's a really, really pretty neon-y green. So I'm going to work that into the inner part of my crease quite high up, because I'm probably going to cut the crease, which I like to do if I'm using shimmers, but cut it with a glitter glue. So I want to make sure I've taken this high enough to give myself enough lid space, give myself that illusion of having more lids than I do. So yeah, so how are you guys? Today is Saturday the 28th of March and I think it has been almost a week. I filmed on the Sunday prior to this and I said in that video I'm going to start filming every day and put out lots more content, and that just didn't happen. I don't know, normally I'm so excited about makeup and I just can't wait to play with it, and I've just not been feeling it at all. I think because I'm not leaving the house, as we all aren't, I can't see the point in putting any on, and I've just not been doing it. Normally I put my makeup on to go somewhere, like to go to work or to go out or whatever, mostly if I film, and just to put it on and take it off again just seems like, I know I'm filming it for you guys so you can see it, but it just like feels like a bit of an effort at the moment, I don't know. So I need to snap out of that and get myself back into like normal life, but everything's anything but normal at the moment, so I think we're just all struggling through, aren't we, trying to do the best we can do. But wow, if I was going to choose a palette to come back with and do a look with, this is gorgeous. I love Ace Beauty's formula, how it's like bam, pigment in your face straight away as soon as you start, and so easy to build up without any difficulty at all. I think I'm going to take that turtle shade next. So as I say, I want to keep this look pretty much green. So I'm going to go in with that. I'm just going to take that next to the shade we've already laid down, but blend it into that shade. So I'm doing all of the groundwork for the look before I do the lids. This brush I'm using is the Morphe 506. It's a good blending brush to use in a confined space like this, but it is a little bit scratchy, that's the only thing, but it works alright. What I have been doing whilst I've not been doing makeup is been running again, and I didn't think I'd ever say that because I've struggled with injury for so long that I'd pretty much given up even trying to run, because every time I would run I would hurt my knees or hurt my Achilles. I give myself like my plantar fascia pain that I get in my instep, and you know, just generally hurt myself every time, so I'd just get really demoralised. And then I've been going for a walk because I don't know if it's the same way you are, but we're allowed one exercise session outside a day at the moment with the virus kind of containment that they're trying to, you know, the stage that we're at is to try and like suppress it and stop the virus spreading, so they're trying to stop us going out as much, which I completely understand that. So you get 1 hour, or not 1 hour, I don't think there's a time limit, but you get once a day to go out. So the first couple of days I just went for a walk, and then I was like, I'm only going to go out once, I'm not going to get very many steps in the time frame, so I thought I'd break into a bit of a jog, try and get a few more steps. And I was surprised, like my cardio fitness is still there. I used to be a runner, for those of you who don't know. So I've run a half marathon in the past in less than 2 hours. But we're talking when I was like 41, 42, I'm 52 now. So, and I haven't run consistently for probably about 5 or 6 years. So to just lace up my shoes and start running again, I probably could have run a 5k quite easily, but I'm so worried about the injury side of things. I did a run walk, but I did 5 miles on Wednesday, 6 miles on Thursday, and 8 miles on Friday. so yeah, but run walk, and I've just been loving it so much. So I've wanted to do that, getting out of that house just for that amount of time. It's been keeping me sane, to be fair, and just like really, because I'm working from home now, and it's literally the only time I'm leaving the house, as everybody is in the same boat. But that hour is so precious to me. I use the shade Pacific in the tail sort of part of my crease there. I'm just going to wing that out just slightly, sort of cut crease shape. Yeah, so I'm hooked again on the running, and I'm really enjoying it. But what I've been doing, local sort of shopping complex, Rushton Lakes, it's an outdoor, like the shops are indoor obviously, but the shopping complex isn't a covered in marl. It's like opposite a lake, and there's loads of restaurants there, but literally everything is shut apart from the pharmacy down there, and there's one supermarket down there. They're the only things that can open. So the car park is deserted, and I've been using that as a running track. So there's literally no one in the way, and it's the perfect surface to run on. There's no sort of bumps in it, and so it's quite easy to run on. And one of the reasons I haven't been running is I shattered my radial head, which is a bone in your elbow, 2 and a bit years ago. Fell off my heels at a Christmas party and had to have metal parts put in my elbow, and since then, although I didn't do it running, I've been so scared to like fall again. That's another thing that's contributed to me not wanting to run, but I just started running and I wasn't afraid at all, I think. So that's a real positive that's come out of this for me. And you have to get your positives where you can at the moment in the situation that we're in, but I'm just so excited to start running again and so pumped for it. I'm going to buy myself a running watch and release some new running shoes and really start getting back into it again. So that first thing in the morning time would be normally when I would have filmed, unless I film at weekends. So I think to balance doing that with doing my makeup, I'll probably do the makeup stuff at the weekends and do my running in the week. Right, so that's looking super dramatic, but I'm going to cut that crease now and give it a bit more dimension and take things down a tad. So I'm just using NYX glitter primer just to pretty much cut my lid space all the way. And we're going to have another go at doing a full cut crease, because I'm determined to nail this. Anyone that's seen any of my previous videos, I keep trying. It's not easy, but practice makes perfect, right? So we're going to have another go today. So I'm at home working from home because I do an office kind of job, so obviously I can do that with a laptop and whatnot at home, and the wonders of Skype and whatever. But my husband, being a delivery driver, he's a lorry driver for a builder's merchant, so they've had to close. So home now for 3 weeks. So, and then I think they're going to review the situation in the country then, and so I'm going to be setting him lots of jobs to do. He's going to love me. He's going to rebuild the fence that came down in the winds and get the garden done and whatever. So I'm quite excited to get that done, because we probably wouldn't have had time to get that done. So in some ways I'm seeing this as a positive, because I've got way more time to do things. Like I'm normally sat in the car doing the commute to work for probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours every day, because the traffic's horrific. Like it's a short journey, but it like takes me ages. So now I'm going to do that. I've got more time, like as I say, to run in the mornings and exercise and just feel so much better. And he's going to have time to get some things done. And you just got to look at it like that, you know, like it's a terrible thing that's happening in the world, but you've just got to keep going and look for the positives, I think. So for my lid shade now, I'm going to go in with Jellyfish. Oh, that's super, super pretty. I'm literally going to put that everywhere across my whole lid, the whole area that I've cut. As I think when I've done or tried to do a full cut crease in the past, made it too complicated, too many colours. So I think I'm just going to keep it as simple as possible. That is a stunning, stunning shade. So I've got the Flare palette and I've got the Classical Paradise palette by Ace Beauty. And I would say the Flare is probably more my colour story, but I think the shimmer options in this one are probably, there's more shimmers to choose from, and they're really pretty colours. So I'm trying to be precise, but this bit here I always struggle because this is where my creases sort of appear in my eyes, so I'm trying my best not to let them get in the way too much. It's not mega precise, but I think it's working okay. It's better than the last attempt, and that's all we can hope for each time we try. So what have you guys been doing to cope with social distancing and self-isolation? Have you guys been okay with that? Have you been using your exercise allowance and doing the same as me and getting out there and finding a new found love for exercise and running? Or have you been doing exercise classes on the TV? I know there's been quite a lot of people signing up to do those. I think it's amazing how like everybody is just pulling together and just adapting, I suppose, like how adaptable we all are to whatever situation we find ourselves in. Like a month ago you would never have thought that it would be possible that the whole country would pretty much be on lockdown and going nowhere, and yet here we are, and we're getting on with it, really. I'm not loving how I've gone all the way up to my brows. It's too strong, I think, so I'm going to try and bring that down a tad with Fiji. So I'm just going to blend a bit of that just at the brow bone. And I think that's going to help to just make it a little bit less dark there. This look is not for the faint-hearted, clearly. Now I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to make sure I've blended as much as I can. I've kind of done things all topsy-turvy order, but I think it'll work out okay in the end. I'm going to take Algae just a little bit higher so that it meets with the other colours a little bit more and becomes more prominent in the look. I'm going to take a Voyeur Flash by Linda Hallberg in my waterliner and on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to straight away smudge that out while it's still movable. I'm just using what's on that product just to meet up with the shadow that's above here, if that makes sense. I think that's balanced things a lot. It doesn't look quite so crazy. This pencil's so good. It's so easy to apply, so creamy. Totally recommend this one. I like all of the Linda Hallberg pencils, as you guys know, but this one in particular, really, really good. Didn't want it to be too strong in that underneath part of the wing there, so I think that pencil's working well to smudge that out there. I'm going to take the shade Seagrass just to set that. Okay, so that's the look to this point. Just going to hop off camera for liner, mascara, inner corner highlight, lipstick, all of the finishing touches, and I'll be back with you to show you the finished look. Okay guys, so here's the finished look for this one. And it's very dramatic for my comeback after a week, I think. I quite like how it's turned out, and I didn't like it until I highlighted on my brow bone there, and I used Laser Glazer by Kaleidos to do that. I've also used that in my inner corners and as my face highlight, and I love how this highlight looks. It's not a everyday highlight, of course. It is green, it's quite sparkly, it's one of these alien slut ones that Teresa Is Dead talks about, but oh god, I do love it so much. I think it really has like perked the look up and rescued it really, because I wasn't sure I was liking it. Did try to put some lashes on and I couldn't get them to stick, so lashes look a bit odd, but hopefully you've got a little bit of inspiration from the look and enjoyed me creating it anyway. But really impressed with the quality of the shadows. They're really strong in pigment. Probably should have gone in a lot lighter than I did, but it's dramatic, it's bold, it's quite an editorial look, and I'm not hating it now I've finished it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you're all keeping well, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.